Welcome to the Gen X Music Show, where I'm sharing songs from bands and artists from the late 80s through 90s in the art rock, emo-rock, emo-core, avant-garde punk genres that you may not have ever even heard of. And if you have, then you are my peeps. I'm Wendy Morrison from the band Mercury 5, and today I'm bringing you part 2 of episode 13, which was on Nero's Rome, Portland's premier band back in the day, and their progression of the guitarist Todd Morrissey, who was a childhood friend of a good friend of mine, and we became good friends and did supported each other's, obviously, our music and our bands. And that would be Todd Morrissey. And so when he left Nero's Rome, he then formed a new band called Man of the Year. Man of the Year was Todd Morrissey, who I've already expressed, and he was responsible for guitar, vocals, songwriting, and then bassist Kelly Simmons and drummer Lance Kreider. So they also had some of their songs featured in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer soundtrack as well on the show, on the TV show. And the video that I'm using today is from, it's the only video I could find of them, but it's from their 2016 reunion show, April 2nd, 2016 at Kelly's Olympian. And so it's not from circa period, but I wanted to have something to just represent the band. So that's going to be the video that we're watching, and you'll have the audio of the songs. And I tried to decide, first of all, such an incredible songwriter, vocalist, lyricist, and diverse, just such a diverse well to draw from. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. So I couldn't really choose just one song. And I thought I'd kind of offer up a good contrast between the two songs that I chose, that I was stuck between. First, we're going to hear Silver Dollar, and that's from the Future Is Not Now album. That was Loveless Records, and produced by Tony Lash, the drummer actually from Nero's Rome as well, and the Dandy Warhols. So, and then the second song is A Different Cowboy, and that's from the New Greater Tokyo album, which followed The Future Is Not Now. And Silver Dollar to me is like the absolute core of commercial songwriting. And I'm not trying to insinuate that was the aim. I'm just saying it's crafted in such a pristine, incredible way, both production, hook, multiple hooks, just lyrically and also with the guitar and synth lines. And by the way, I really find the synth texture to be super cool and interesting on their stuff. So anyway, and then A Different Cowboy it shows off more of the avant-garde art, much more dense and complex musical architecture, and not following, the 2 minute and 30-second 3-minute rule for, hit songs. And that's kind of the battle that we all had back in the day. If you really, really were an artist, you wanted to create without limits. You wanted to be able to create things that hadn't been created before. And yet, unfortunately, you're stuck with the suits, the record label industry people who are in it for the money, and it's a business, and they are only looking towards replicating the last big hit. and it actually just tears artists apart and tortures them and breaks up bands and everything else, because you're forced to choose, between your core art and making a dollar, which is why a lot of people didn't take the deal, just like me, didn't take the deal, because I don't want to be controlled. I want the freedom to create how I want to create. But these two songs are, I digress. These two songs are a perfect example of balancing that within the framework of the project that they were doing. And so I'm really excited to share with you Man of the Year, first Silver Dollar, and then following A Different Cowboy. So here we go.
Look at yourself, son. shouldn't stay, but you can stay all night. Sit around your fireplace, we could talk for a while. You say don't go out much for a real good time. Just take off that heavy coat and sit down for a while. Could be
How'd you do? I hope you got through both songs, and I hope you like them. And I'll be leaving links to the full albums, as I always do in all of my episodes, where you can hear more. I'll also leave the link for Todd's solo album, These Dreams. Anyway, I so hope that you come back, and it makes it easier if you subscribe, because then you'll get a notification. And if you like this, if you could just maybe click that like button. It's what YouTube wants to hear and wants to know, but it also helps with the algorithm and helps other people find us. And if you like this topic, this area of my expertise that I'm sharing, if you like the genre, the music, and the period of time, and exploring new music, if you would just share with somebody else that likes the same, that might enjoy this channel as well, that would be fabulous. And most importantly, this is about your reaction, so I welcome with open arms your comments, be they big or small. Just engage with the peeps here that are digging on the same vibe, the same musical landscape, and that kind of indicates to me that we're all probably pretty cool people. So your comments create the community, and there's always been a community around music, always, because that's what unites us. So don't forget to share your comments. Anyway, thank you again for showing up, and I super appreciate your support in every way, and I hope to see you back here again. Thank you for loving rock music, and rock on.